Was there you watched those guys? Mark said you'd been holed up in your office for a while watching film and everything. So what was there anything different? Any expectations defied once you got to see him and actually work with him in person?
That's a good question. Kind of where the starting point was for a day one, just where they were last year. Kind of starting their offense from scratch, and then being around them, kind of being around Will, and then going out there and just seeing how they gelled together, how they could do the little things day one and see where we were really starting at. And there's a good foundation there, and so it's something exciting to build on.
We'll talk about his footwork really being what he's focused on in this offseason. How important is that for him taking the next step for being an elite quarterback at this level?
Yeah, my background and kind of my beliefs in quarterback play and what I know and have taught is everything is tied to the timing of the feet. And if you're going to run this style of offense, a pro-style offense, and you want to bring out the best in a quarterback, the timing elements are everything. And I just feel like it empowers them to be in position to throw when things flash. You generate more explosives, you're more accurate. There's a lot of things that catch and run is important, and it all kind of starts with the quarterback's feet. So, yeah, Will's made a switch. He likes it. I think it'll just get better and better the more he does it, and like the way it looked today.
When you see how physical he is, how does that fact fit into what you kind of want to do with the quarterback?
Well, he's got to protect himself too. So that's some discussions. There's a fine line between being a baller and being reckless. And when your organization or your university or your teammates and people are counting on you, there's a good balance of controlling, impulse control is what I'd say, where you have to make those decisions in split seconds to protect yourself and get down or run out of bounds full speed, or hey, I need the first down on 3rd and 5 and this is to win a game, I gotta sell out. So to me, his physicality is one of his blessings, but it's also something that if he doesn't manage it, could lead to negatives too. And so that's the fine line where when you're in a red jersey, you're not getting hit, you never feel that. So it's not until game day. So practicing that mindfully now will only help him down the road.
You talk about the timing with the footwork, but he's got a bunch of new receivers he's going to be throwing to this fall as well. How do you develop that timing, that chemistry between thrower and pass catcher?
Again, that takes time, and that's there's a part of what the way I look at spring is when we come out of spring, let's know what everyone does well, what they can, where we can put them in a position to bring out their best traits, and then what Will does well distributing the ball at his best. And if we can combine all that and not waste time on things that guys can't do or Will doesn't want to do or aren't a perfect fit, if we do that, I think we can have the best, most efficient offense and have to practice less and do less. And that's the goal right now, so that everyone's sharp and crisp and fundamentally sound.
What are your early impressions of that receiver group? I'm sure when you watch film, it was a lot of Wandale Robinson and Josh Ali, and those guys aren't here anymore. So
Wandale's pretty good.
Yeah.
It'll be good on Sundays too. No, I'm excited. There's young guys and there's some older guys. There's some guys that are waiting for their opportunity. That's a great thing about college football. You come in, you're an 18-year-old, you become a man while you're here, you develop also as a player, your skill set. And Woody coaches them hard, he gets the best out of them. I think that their fundamentals will come around, their confidence will grow, they play faster when they learn your offense. And it always helps when you got a quarterback that can get you the ball. So I think that we got a lot of guys that will be able to spread the ball around. We'll just see how it all fits together in the next 14 practices.
Got a lot of guys in that tight ends group. What are your thoughts on them right now, and how does that position fit into your overall philosophy?
Huge believer in multiple personnels, and tight ends are a big part of that. I look at tight ends as in hybrid type guys. They're chess pieces. They're the ability to manipulate a defense or put guys in position. It all starts with bigger players, and if you can do that, then it frees up receivers, halfbacks, frees up tight ends. So they are going to have a huge part of what we do, and getting them comfortable and the run part of it, and tying it to the pass game. I think we got the right kind of guys.
I noticed Justice Dingle was listed as a fullback on the roster, switching from defense to offense. What was the thinking behind that?
Hold some auditions, see what guys can do. Just want to. It comes back to the tight end question. There are some guys that are going to play close to the line of scrimmage, some guys that are better off the ball and moving around, and slot traits and things like that. You want to have a balance of all of them that add up into this perfect tight end. And so I think we have those kind of guys. I want to see who can play off the ball, who's smart enough to do it. You have to have a good feel for the game. So we got a couple guys we're going to take a look at and see which one sticks and if that can carve out a role for them.
We've seen a lot of Chris Rodriguez, for a few, you getting a chance to see him. How do you think you can use him?
I think that everything you see last year is how you use him. He's really got a real good feel for zone running, which excites me. It's one of the great things about taking this opportunity was watching him on tape and how he runs behind his pads, and he has a real feel for combinations and how to run the ball. And he's tough, and everything I believe where I come from, it's yards after contact. Those are the best backs to coach and be around. And it's everything, and I think that's kind of back in the edge.
Everybody good? All right. Thanks, Coach.